put up a Britney Spears remix of Toxic on SoundCloud that went ballistic overnight. And Britney's team messaged me about it, which was cool. Like their management was like, we like this. You could buy images of oil tanks and see how full they were based on the shadow floating in the oil tank, and then go and buy oil futures. We were freaking out. We were fresh again. We're number 2. And then like an hour later, we were fresh again. We were literally like the number 1 app on earth.
So is that what you say? You're a founder?
I say miscellaneous tech shit.
It's a good day here in the studio. Welcome to Coolest Person I Know. I'm Sujug. This is talk to the mic, sir.
I'm Sujug's co-host, Jake Geddes. I got dragged into doing this. I'm not a big content guy, but this should be fun.
Such a lie. This man posts on LinkedIn more than I do. Thanks so much for being here. What have you been up to last week in New York?
Well, as you know, last night we were at a great fundraiser in Dime Square in the Lower East Side.
Yep.
The line to get drinks was abysmal, but we figured it out. Etienne Von Christian throws an incredible party.
He does. It was a great party. I loved it.
All right, let's explain to everybody how we met.
Yeah.
And then I guess we could give context in our background and why we wanted to do this podcast. I think that would be most helpful.
Let's do it. So we met at a bathhouse, actually.
Yeah.
Funny enough.
And then that not sound weird.
Yeah. And then I met Jake through another Jake who I met at the Equinox hot tub. I feel like there's like a...
Okay, so this is on you. It's not on me.
I was like, this is when I first moved to New York. I'm like, okay, I need to make some friends. And I'm like, I go to the gym, but no one fucking talks. I need to like go talk to people at the gym, right?
Okay.
And I made that mindset, and then went to Equinox, and these 2 dudes were talking business at the hot tub. I'm like, oh, business. Like, let me jump in on this. And then that's how I met Jake Fleshner.
Okay.
And he was like, oh, come to this event in 2 weeks at the bathhouse. And then I met you.
I think Jake and Michael are inspiration to this a little bit.
Yeah,
because they do such a great job of fostering community. And I don't know, I think that's what we aspire to do in New York. They've taught us if you meet cool people, cool things will happen.
Yeah. I think if you're doing something in New York, like, you know, Fleshner and Axman, those guys are always onto something. We should get these guys on the podcast.
We should get them on the podcast at some point. But yeah, they have a group called Nucleus Network where founders, investors, cool people get together. And originally, I think Jake lives in LA, Michael lives in New York, so they're having events there and here. So yeah, Sujug and I met, and then I DM'd him, and he didn't respond to me for about 6 months, and then I didn't respond to him for about 6 months. And I think there's just so much pent up emotion.
Yeah.
That when we finally hung out, it clicked.
It worked out, yeah. So now 2 years in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we now we hang out all the time. I got friends from Connecticut, local New York. I got friends from college, but spending way too much time now with Sujug. So we decided to have this podcast. One thing that's crucial to our friendship is we share this curiosity to learn from others. I think we both learn best not from like reading things or watching things, but from meeting people. And that has led us to host parties, dinner parties, and now this.
Yeah.
And you want to talk about a little bit about the dinner party and maybe how we met our first guest?
Yeah. So Rory, who we'll have here on just in a second, sitting over there. Rory, actually, we met in LA a few years ago. I met him through another mutual friend named Kyle, who throws dinner parties in LA. And Kyle was actually an inspiration of why I started doing dinner parties in New York. And I think I brought it up to you, and then it just kind of started happening. And we've had
you like to socialize.
Yeah.
My dad's a chef, and I love to cook, and was looking for a creative outlet.
Dad's a great chef.
That is an incredible chef.
Insane chef.
CIA class or
3-star
whatever.
Michelin chef.
I don't know about that, but he's a great chef. Etienne's uncle is actually a 3-star Michelin. Shout out John George. So yeah, we hosted a dinner party. I wanted to cook. You wanted to socialize. My girlfriend loves throwing events. I forget what the theme was of the first event. Do you know what it was?
Alice in Wonderland. Do you remember this is when we did Shrooms Roulette?
Yeah, we did mushrooms roulette.
Yeah.
So yeah, we
should. Rory was there. Rory, why don't you come on?
Everyone, no. We're not introing him like that. We had laid out a bunch of pieces of dark chocolate, and everyone had to have a piece of the chocolate. Turns out it wasn't mushroom roulette. The whole thing was just mushroom chocolate.
Yeah.
So,
everybody was on shrooms.
Pretty funny.
It's a great
And I think
time.
we all, I think I made a microdose, nothing crazy. And I don't know, I think it made for a good bonding moment.
It was. I think everybody had a great time. So
Yeah. So I mean, Rory was at the dinner party. I was cooking. So I'm really excited for this podcast just to get to learn who you are. We met briefly at one of our dinner parties. Sujak had him in. And when you hear what Rory has built and what he's raised and who's backed him, you assume he came up through Stanford. He didn't. He grew up in Perth. He was a Sony-Signed music producer. He has a JD, multiple master degrees. And somewhere in the middle of that, he taught himself to code, got a job at Apple, and then moved to New York with 2 of his mates to start a company, Checkmate. Google Ventures led the round. Paris Hilton's in it. The Chainsmokers are in it. And it hit #1 on the App Store. And none of it is the most interesting part about him. Rory, welcome.
Rory, welcome. Come on in.
Thanks for the intro.
Our intros will get better over time.
Good to see you guys. What's going on?
Sorry for the LinkedIn background, but we have to give people context on everything that you built because it is very impressive.
I
But
appreciate that.
how about you introduce yourself and where you're from originally, how you got to New York, and what you built?
Rory Garton-Smith. Grew up in Perth, Western Australia, which, fun fact, is the furthest major city from New York. It's like literally the opposite end of the earth. It's a 12-hour time difference, which when I want to think about when I want to ring my brother, you just switch AM to PM. You know what time it is there, which is kind of convenient. But basically, it's very far away. Moved to the US in 2019, originally to San Francisco to work at Apple on the iPhones. And then lived in LA for a bit, which is where we met. And then I moved to New York a year ago because it sounded fun.
Yeah.
There was no other reason. Everyone has a New York chapter, I think, and it's something that you should do before you die. And I wanted to have one, and it's been great so far. I really
What attracted you to the city? What do you mean by that?
Everyone who's lived here, like, people rattle on about it. They're like, "Oh, bro, New York's the best city in the world," and like, I'm a curious person. I want to find out if that was true, and so far it has been true. I love California so much. I think it still has like a large part of my heart, but New York is just incredibly fun. It's like stimulation overload here, right? There is so much going on. You can go to 5 parties in a night if you want to, and that's like not even a lot for New York standards. Like, it's actually incredible here. But loving it.
You go to California pretty often, right?
I do. Most of our team is still based in California. Flying back on Wednesday, actually. I'm constantly going back and forth. But I've gotten pretty good at that cross-country flight.
What's your routine? What's your routine for that cross-country flight?
I use it to I do things on it that you don't need good internet for, but require like medium mental bandwidth. So like I will like sort through my phone contacts and make sure that everyone is like tagged to like a location and like who they are and where I met them. I will sort through like my emails and get to inbox 0. I will sort through like the pictures on my phone and like delete ones. Like, it's like menial tasks. And I just save it for that flight where like, because the internet, like, it's all right, but it's not good enough to like really lock in. And then just like oversee coding agents. Like, I'll just make sure they're all doing
you do
stuff
that with the airplane Wi-Fi and it works?
Yeah, because they're not coding from your device necessarily. You can trigger them from like cloud functions, and so you can have them coding while you're on the plane. And then you just oversee, and you're like, my little minions are all building things, which is good. Nice. I have like 5 agents running at once. And then otherwise, you just zone out. It's like, it's the only time where I like let myself.
So how do you get to Perth from here? Is that straight?
There's 2 ways. You can go either way around the world. It takes, like, that's how far away it is.
Yeah, they rotate the flight routes.
Sorry?
Do they rotate the flight routes, or just like half and half?
You can opt to go via Asia, or you can go LA and then Sydney and then Perth.
Nice. That's actually
it takes far too long. Yeah, it's actually, if you put into United, it's like 31 hours.
That's just crazy.
It's like, and it says like +2 days, all the time. It's like so messed up.
That's wild.
I mean, the cost of that flight right now, it's probably insane.
It actually, like, sometimes it can be not that bad. Around Christmas, it's pretty horrible. But I try to strategically time my visits
just
around
the gas, I feel like, to get there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I do wish that the continental plates had shifted and Western Australia was a bit closer. Like, if Western Australia was where Hawaii was, that'd be great. I could go home all the time, but it's like so far away.
I've never traveled that far. I go to Europe. I go to Europe. I've never been to Hawaii. Go to Mexico. Been to Canada, but I don't know. I feel like I need to venture.
It's a choice. Yeah, you don't accidentally end up in Perth. It's a choice. You gotta.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Like, it's like, if you're flying around Europe, you might like your plane might stop in Berlin. You're like, we'll just spend 2 days here and then fly on or whatever. But like Perth, like no, you don't accidentally. It's not like a stopover on the way to somewhere else. Like it's like a conscious choice. Like you're going there.
What's it like there?
Beautiful. It's 2 million people living by the beach.
Okay.
It's built so it's kind of like long and it goes along the coastline. Very little stuff goes inland, which actually kind of describes most of Australia. 99% of it is all just along the coast, and then the whole middle is like nothing's going on. Although randomly, like I found this out the other day, no one knows this. Australia has more camels than any other place on earth.
Really?
But when you think of camels, you do not think of Australia.
Yeah, you're thinking like the Middle East.
There's so
something.
much desert in the middle. We have the largest wild camel population of any country on earth.
Wow.
I lived there my whole life. I've never seen a camel. Where are they? Not even once, but it's just such a big country.
They're just in the middle.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then Western Australia is, I think this is right. I think it's 11 times the size of Texas and 6 times the size of California or something like that. It's so large. It's like so unbelievably large. You can fly for hours and still be inside Western Australia.
What's the lifestyle like there? Is it a European style, American style?
You're surfing every day.
Surfing was big. Surfing was a sport in our high school.
Yeah. How many Rorys did you know in high school?
How many what, sorry?
Rorys did you know in high school?
4.
4.
Yeah.
All right, tell us what like a normal Tuesday, you wake up, what is your day like?
In Perth?
No, here.
Oh, New York.
Oh, in New York.
Yeah. What do you like to do here?
I'm a workaholic, man. I wake up, the first thing I do is I check all my coding agents, check GitHub, check all the pull requests,
Like
check
on
Slack.
in your bed?
Yes.
Like
yeah.
on your phone?
Quite literally. And I actually built a thing.
What time?
Oh, I wake up around like 6:45ish. I'm into like the early morning run club.
And where do you
kind
live?
of scene. West Village.
Okay, so 6:45 wake up West Village with everyone else.
I'm a morning person in denial because I used to be such a night owl.
Yeah.
And I became a morning person over the last 2 years, and I'm still in denial about it. Like it doesn't feel.
No, I think Cedric and I are looking forward to that. I think we both acknowledge that our lifestyles are not conducive to how successful we could be, but we're gonna age into it. We're 26.
Let's go.
Right? Like I feel like I'm ready to be 36
It's
happening.
You
know, Friday night in, run club on Saturday morning.
Yeah. I built.
You're like no.
I'm very bad at getting out of bed and not going straight into work mode. Like I immediately just clock into it, but it's so addictive. And then I'll typically work, take a quick gym break over lunch, and then work until I go to bed. Yeah. I like during the week I have like no life at all.
And what does the work day look like?
Founder life is weird. I think like you guys will get this. A lot of the stuff I do doesn't look like a job at all. Like it's like I have to go to this dinner party because a company we might be doing a partnership with might have someone there, and then I can meet them and then we can talk.
Right.
And like that doesn't look like work, but like it is. It's 100%. Like it's a huge part of it. Like can you get to that person or this person or whatever for like various partnership things. And so a lot of what I'm doing is just like whatever the company needs most that day. And it's rarely the same thing. It'll be like, oh my God, today we like desperately need this particular thing gotten to this particular person. We need to like find out a way to get to them. And then the next day it's like, well, actually today we just need someone to go through the new terms and conditions that our lawyer made and like make sure they're good. And it's always just whatever is on the plate that day. And there's always something. I've never had a day where I've woken up and gone, oh, there's no fires to put out. We're not at that stage yet, but there's always a fire.
I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like in business it's really nice to be nimble and just to have like your days fill itself out by tasks.
Yeah. It's nice. I love the founder life because it's always different. There's always something to do, and it doesn't feel like we're just like when I was at Apple, it was like I cared about one thing, made that one number go up, and that was it, and just worked on that one thing. And now I'm like I'm caring about far too many things.
First of all, I think that question only exists in New York City. What do you do? Like you go out to a bar, a girl asks you, where do you live? What do you do?
Yeah.
So is that what you say? You're a founder?
I say miscellaneous tech shit.
What a girl asks?
Yeah. What do you put on your hinge?
It says co-founder CTO.
Okay.
Of course.
But if someone asks me in real life, I say miscellaneous tech shit.
Yeah.
And because the conversation either goes one of two ways. They go, oh, that's fascinating. I want to know everything about what you're doing. Are you a founder? What are you building? Blah, blah, blah. Or they go, oh yeah. And then it moves on. And then if it's that camp, then I haven't rattled them and pitched them, and but sometimes they're very interested and then they double down. I'm like, well, I co-founded this thing. And
I've lived in so many different cities. I feel like in Chicago, if you tell somebody you run a business, it means you're unemployed and you live in your mom's basement. In California, if you say I'm a founder or run a business, I'm an entrepreneur, it means you do DoorDash. And then in New York, it's like the only city where it actually means something, because like Manhattan is so expensive. You come here and you're like, I'm an entrepreneur. It actually means something. It is something nice to be said about living in the part of Manhattan that I live in, that almost everyone I meet, like they have to have a good job to be living there. And so like most people, but the way I think about it is not actually like a financial exclusion. I think about it in a more optimistic sense, which is like everyone I've met in Manhattan is living their dream.
And I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Everyone I talk to, like, they want to tell you what they do because they love it. They make good money doing it, and they're like very passionate about it. And if they weren't, they wouldn't be living here.
Yeah.
And so everyone's living their dream, and they all want to tell you.
Right.
And you're right. It's one of the only cities in the world where people aren't offended when you want to talk about work. Whereas in a lot of other cities, you're like, what do you do? It's like it's a cheap, boring question. In New York, people's eyes light up and they want to tell you.
Yeah.
And I love that aspect of this city. Like, everyone's very passionate.
It's funny because as an athlete, you're taught to not associate your identity with what you do, to separate. In New York, it drives that so close, and you see how people have like a toxic relationship with that sometimes.
Yeah.
But I like how you're articulating it, because that's how I feel. It's like, no, you should be prideful in what you do. You should be proud.
100%. Or it's probably a sign to get out.
Rory, so you're a CTO of Checkmate, right? And before you were a software engineer at Apple. How did that happen?
By the way, those sound like the same job to me.
Well, so my path was super abnormal. I did engineering undergrad, law postgrad, like JD, and then I did a master's.
Did you go to school for coding, like computer science?
Sort of. The coding we did was like Python with number sets, but I did engineering and then law. Thought I wanted to be a lawyer. Was at a law firm for a bit.
Where were you living at the time?
Western Australia. It is not on the global map for a lot of stuff, but it is like the global tier 1 for the mining and oil and gas industries. Like it really, like that's where I'm pretty sure it's either Woodside or Chevron has their.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I can't remember if it's Woodside or Chevron, but their global headquarters is in Perth. There is so much money in Perth in the natural resources game, and because of that, there's all these derivative effects. But 99% of what you're doing there, like if you're at Deloitte in Perth, your clients are BHP, Rio Tinto, Woodside, Chevron, right? If you're a lawyer in Perth, you're representing mining companies. Like if you're at a hedge fund, all of your clients are the big mining and oil and gas families. Like that is just the industry there. And so leaving Perth, and you're sort of like, well, it was so cool for me going to LA, where I'm like, you can meet someone who like actually is an actor.
Yeah.
You know, and that, like, if you're an actor in Perth, you've gone. And there's a lot of successful actors and musicians who like Tame Impala went to my high school, right? Like a lot of great people have come out of Perth and gone and done amazing things.
Was he in your year, or?
He was 5 years above me. And he used to dominate the Battle of the Bands.
Yeah,
Kevin Parker, incredible musician. But at the time, he was just like Kevin Parker from Perth, you know, and everyone was like, yeah, he's got his guitar.
For 2 million people in Perth, I mean, Perth is really mincing some people out here.
That's cool.
We've had some good stuff come out. I
feel like it's a very attractive city too, right?
It's beautiful there. It's really beautiful.
Like from the people are all very attractive.
Everyone I grew up with is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like actually gorgeous. But I think that's the reality of a coastal town. You have
I
to
agree.
be, because you're at the beach.
We talk about that all the time. It's
6
like,
months a year.
You actually have to like try here. When you're in California or anywhere with sun, you don't have to try to be healthy.
Yeah.
Like it's just
it naturally happens. We have he's like the most famous guy who's not famous. The main dude from Avatar, Sam Worthington, is also from Perth. And like, it's one of those guys, like you see his face and you're like, that guy, the Avatar guy. But I feel like I don't hear his name much outside of like the Avatar franchise. But I hope his career is like thriving. I don't know much about him. But shout out to Perth. We're on the map. You know,
I want to go.
Danny Ricciardo, Perth boy, out there crushing the F1. I think he's retired now, but he was doing well for a bit as well. But
that's sweet.
Yeah,
that's so sick.
My dad's from Pasadena, California. My mother is from New York. So I feel like we can relate.
Yeah.
Like my dad's a surfer. Like I'm a surfer. He's a chef. He's a hippie.
My dad was like a legit hippie for a minute there. So the Rajneeshi movement.
What is that?
So he was like an Indian prophet, I think is the term. And there was a big movement, I think it was the 70s, I'm pretty sure, that went around the world, and it culminated in like a compound in Oregon. And there was just thousands of people traveling to like listen to this guy Ocho and what he had to say about the world. And he was like a huge celebrity at the time. And there was an offshoot of that in Western Australia. And they all wore purple. It was sort of like
Okay, so where's the line between hippie and cult?
This was definitely a cult. And there's a Netflix doco on it that's incredible called Wild Country.
I feel like we ebb and flow here, you know? So like religion used to be like a big thing. Then for some time, it's like not a very big thing.
I think it's back right now.
But it's coming back now.
I think it's huge right now.
There's a hot people church. People are just going there to date now.
Yeah. Subject calls me. He goes, "You want to go to church?" I'm Jewish. My dad's Christian. And I'm like, "What? Why are you going?" Let alone asking me. He's like, "Dude, I think there'd be some nice women to meet there." And I'm like,
true.
"I don't know if that's good. I don't know. I don't know, but I don't know."
I do think there was a void that spirituality, like, because it did fade out for a minute. I agree it's on the comeback, and there was a void in society that it left. And people are yearning for spiritual stuff. I actually think it's so back.
I feel like you need like direction with the way the world's going. You have AI taking everybody's job. Like you need some You need some direction.
I mean,
some spirituality.
Therapy wasn't doing it. The drugs weren't doing it.
Yeah.
Right. Like everyone's getting so overwhelmed by all this technology. I think, I agree with that.
To get back to the question you originally asked. So I went across this hedge fund for a bit. It was super fun. We were actually doing the stuff that there was a lot of podcasts about this at the time, but like buying imagery from planet.com and using that to trade. And so the example that was always online was like you could buy images of oil tanks and see how full they were based on the shadow floating in the oil tank, and then go and buy oil futures, predicting the supply and demand of oil based on the actual reserves in the country.
Oh, wow.
And we had a more intricate model where we were doing iron ore in China, looking at railroads. And you could predict that a railroad was going to be built. There was very limited people supplying iron ore out of Australia to China. You could go and buy stock in those companies before the next contract was announced. And it was a really good play. I don't know if it still works. This is 2018. It might still work. But many years later, I met Kevin Weil in San Francisco, he was the CPO of OpenAI, but before that, he was the president of Planet.com, or at least on the board. I forget what his actual role was there. He was very involved in Planet.com, and I was like, dude, we were the guys buying the satellite imagery. And he was like, no way. Because they had a real thing going there for a minute, but it was a fascinating space. And I remember I made a LinkedIn, and I was like, LinkedIn is stupid. I don't want a LinkedIn. But like, this is 2018. Like, no one wants a LinkedIn. It was just like the lamest platform. It still is. But you could put up skills.
We're gonna be posting this on LinkedIn.
You could put skills on your LinkedIn, right? I think you still can. I never log in.
The skills on LinkedIn, I feel like, is like the most useless thing ever.
Well,
I love LinkedIn.
Well, so I put this skill up saying that I know Spark, this like programming language.
Yeah.
And I get this cold DM from a random guy in Cupertino, California.
Is this how you ended up in Apple?
This is how I ended up at Apple. And he goes, oh, we actually, like, I represent a large tech company in Cupertino. I'm like, well,
a large tech company.
Yeah. And he's like, well, we need someone to work on the iPhone, like, right now. Who knows Spark? Like, would you want to come and work at Apple? And well, come and work at this company.
So Apple likes people with untraditional backgrounds, right?
They do. And they like, I had a whole background in the music industry before this, and they liked that because a lot of what they do is they want like quantitative thinkers who have creative mindsets. And then they made me an offer to come and work on the iPhone, and I was like, sweet. It's like the most successful consumer product ever in the history of humankind.
Yeah.
The most profitable product in history. And I was like, what better place to learn and cut my teeth in the engineering world? And so in 2019, I flew out and moved to California, and it was great.
From Australia.
From Australia.
That's so crazy.
Been out here ever since.
How did you like San Francisco?
Loved.
Yeah.
Loved. Yeah, it gets a bad rap, but I absolutely thrived there. I think like everyone you meet is just a cracked genius, like everyone in that city. And just so many of the world's smartest people were there, and you can meet them, and it's so easy to meet them. You just go to like house parties and they're there and they're hanging out. And like part of the reason I moved to the US, I wanted to build companies. And everyone I met that I would say that to, like if I told people that in Australia, they'd be like kind of disbelieving. They're like, yeah, good luck. You know, like no one builds companies in Perth. It's not really a thing.
Right.
Like, good luck.
It's like you're going to be in your mom's basement.
Yeah. And then I would say that to someone in San Francisco, and they're like, oh yeah, do it. Yeah, you should start like today. Also, I can give you like 10 venture capital intros, and also here's 3 guys building in your space, and send you out for coffee with them. Like everyone was so supportive.
Yeah.
And
that's one thing I noticed too, because I was in the e-commerce space before I started a tech company, and in e-commerce, everybody is like very closed-minded, like especially for Amazon, because everybody doesn't want to share their products. They don't want to share their secrets. So no one's like very helpful, and everybody's like very protective. And then I went into tech, and everybody's like, oh, let me introduce you to this person. Oh, you should do this. Let me like help you with this. Let me help you with this. And I'm like, this is so weird. Like, why does everybody want to be so helpful?
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I think it feels like a less competitive space because it's very rare that the person you meet is like going for the exact same client as you for the same contract. Like it's more like, let's all rise the tide together. And also like, I'm very liberal with intros. I'm happy to intro people to people on my network and vice versa, because everyone did that for me.
Exactly.
When I was first
you got to pay
out,
back.
Everyone did it for me. Yeah. I'm happy to do it for people, and we all grow a network together, and it's great. It's so rare. Like
nobody in SF can really socialize.
So hey, that's why you need intros. Like, please meet friend. Friend, please meet other friend.
I do remember seeing this tweet. Like, I love the sort of like autism underculture in San Francisco. It's so funny. And there was this tweet a little while ago that was
that's
like
the investment thesis. Let's be honest.
Yeah, there was a tweet a little while ago that was like, yo, we came up with this concept where like on a Friday night, we just have like people to our apartment and we just like talk and stuff. And the top comment was like, bro, you just invented having a party. What are you talking
Bro
about?
invented
Like,
in real life hangouts.
San Francisco tech bros invent having a party. Like this is like crazy, but like that is true.
It's like how Uber came full circle and invented the bus.
Yeah, literally. The Uber shuttles. I see them going around. Yeah. I saw one going to the airport the other day and I was like, that's a good idea. Like actually,
the bus.
Yeah.
I mean, they just did public transit's job a little bit better.
Yeah.
Where you mentioned for a second, right? You were like, okay, hey, you know, Apple likes people that are a little creative, and you have a music background.
I do,
and that's like a super untraditional thing. I want to talk about that.
It's so confusing. Like I imagine you're some beautiful women in a West Village bar and you meet Rory and you're trying to explain what you do.
It's like, yeah, I have a JD.
She must
I'm
think
a
you're
tech
lying.
founder.
She's probably like this guy's full of shit.
I'm grateful I have a
just sounds like nepotism when you read the background. You're like, there's no way.
My parents are amazing people, but I went into very different industries to them, and they've never opened a door for me, but they're amazing people.
What is their background?
Well, so dad is like a career lawyer. Okay. And then mom, she was like a heritage PhD, art history, so and now she's a novelist.
Smart folks.
So they're incredibly clever people. But I've never been able to have a career door opened by them.
I mean, their networks are a different little different as well.
Right, tell us about your music background. So how did this happen? You started making remixes, right? In your like childhood home, is that right?
Yeah. So I was probably like 9, and I downloaded Fruity Loops. Which actually, this is like, it's the same way that so many people who cracked into EDM like started. Like you download Fruity Loops, it used to be called at the time. They rebranded to FL Studio. Downloaded Fruity Loops and just started making beats. And I would just go to like primary school and high school and give out little mix CDs of just like beats I'd made. And I was trying to make trance.
Wait, you were the guy in high school handing out CDs?
Literally.
Were you charging people after?
No. It was just like, yo, I made a mixtape. But it was just like my friend group. Like I wasn't like at school like peddling.
Have you seen like awesome. You walk on the streets and some dude fucking gives you a mixtape and then he's like, $20. It's like, you gave this to me. I didn't ask for this.
Especially Venice Beach. That happens a lot. But I was just like, I was trying to make trance music, and like trance was like, I was like 9 years old, and I was like, trance is cool. So I was burning these like CDs of MP3s, giving them out to friends, and they'd come back to school the next day and they'd be like, you put 10 tracks in there and 9 of them sucked, but this one track was all right. I'd be like, what was it about that one track that was all right? You know, then I'd make a few versions of that. And I just kept going. Eventually I moved to Ableton Live, which I think like that's where
this is graduation.
The industry kind of moved there. And I think that the industry has stayed there. It's sort of like it's like the one, you know. Started cooking up stuff in Ableton. I was like, I want to say 19 or 20, and I put some tracks on SoundCloud under the name Elk Road, and I
have your songs. It's in my like tracks. SoundCloud.
Yeah. Thank you. And I put up this remix of actually there was a few that popped off. I put up a Britney Spears remix of Toxic on SoundCloud that went ballistic overnight, and Britney's team messaged me about it, which was cool. Like their management was like, we like this.
Yeah. So Britney's team?
Yeah, like her manager. But but Britney's team found that they liked it. There was no takedown notice. Also, like SoundCloud was more chill at the time. Yeah, you could put up remixes or bootlegs of stuff, and like it wasn't like immediate takedown.
Now it's immediate takedown.
Sorry,
now it's immediate takedown. In SoundCloud?
For like copyrighted content. Yeah, because SoundCloud wasn't monetizing at the time. Yeah, and so you could just, it was like the Wild West. You could just upload like bootlegs.
Such a great era.
It was sick. And I put up a remix of the XX, and that was the only one that got a takedown notice. XL Records like took it down immediately, which sucked because that remix was fire.
We're gonna play it here. We're not monetizing.
Remember like Major Lazer on SoundCloud growing up?
Oh, it was such a good era.
Yeah.
And it was so easy to go viral on SoundCloud at the time. Like there was just these like repost channels, and you could like just message them, and there was all these like big music blogs, and if they just reposted you would get 200,000 plays overnight.
Yep.
And I just kept pulling this off. Like every week I was just dropping a new track every Friday and just kept pulling this off. And
this is like back in the day when like no one DJ'd.
Now
everybody's a DJ.
How old were you at this
time? I think I was 21 when I started taking this seriously.
College?
Yeah, I was in first year law school. Actually, I just finished college, first year law school. And,
lawyer, DJing by night.
And so I put up a remix of Karmada, which was like an Australian group at the time. And it was on Owsla, which is Skrillex's record label. And then Skrillex put it in a playlist called Skrillex Selects, which was like his like highlight. It was like getting posted by Skrillex, right?
Yeah.
The SoundCloud equivalent. And overnight, I woke up the next morning, I had like hundreds of thousands of new plays on all the tracks. It was crazy. And I had all these random DMs from like manager bros and agent bros, right? And I didn't even know this world at all. I was like, I didn't know the difference between a manager and an agent. Like, I had no idea like what was the difference between a record label and a publisher. Like, it was all like totally foreign to me. And there's all these guys, the DMs being like, I manage this guy and this guy and this guy, and like they were all like so LA. Everything was like, this is lit. They're like, are you in LA or New York? Which city are you in? I'm like, I'm in Perth. And they're like,
what is that?
yeah. They're like, what do we do with that? Fuck. And but there was this one guy, this guy Dom, who lived in Sydney, and he would like, all these other bros were making like big ass promises. They're like, we're gonna blow you up. You're gonna be huge. And Dom was just like, I like your stuff. I'm starting a management company. I have a few artists that are already on radio. Like, I'm gonna fly you to Sydney. We're just gonna bond and get to know each other. And he flew me out. And he was like, look, here's the plan. We get you on Triple J, which is all that matters in Australia. Definitely at the time, it was all that mattered for breaking it. We get your music on Triple J, and then from there, we
what
get
is Triple J radio station?
Yeah, so Triple J, like, it's sort of like the BBC Radio 1 of Australia. Okay. And so they're responsible for, like, they have a quota of Australian music that they have to play.
Nice.
And every single Australian artist who's made it out of Australia almost certainly started on Triple J. So examples are like Tame Impala, Rufus. Lord is not Australian, but we totally claim her. So like, Lord started on Triple J.
How does that work?
Like, she's New Zealand.
Okay.
So like it's Australasia. Like, yeah, Triple J covers all of it.
The animals are the same.
Yeah.
The spiders are the same. It's basically the same place. And, no camels in New Zealand either.
And so like, it was known at the time. It's like, you want to make it in music, like do what Don Dollar's doing and stuff. Like, you have to get Triple J to support you, because they would play it on Triple J. It would go on the Triple J Spotify. From there, it would get picked up by England and America, and then you would have the chance to like go on tour. And the big guy coming up at the time from Australia was Flume. And so this was like 2013, and Flume had just dropped Holding On, and there was another track, the Tennis Court remix. And Triple J were just rinsing these tracks like 5 times a day. And then from there, it was going to YouTube and Spotify. And then he was like going overseas. And so they took my track in. Well, actually, we went to Sony, and Sony agreed to back the project, and they gave me a record deal.
You went on tour, right?
Yeah. And then I signed with an agent.
200 festivals or something?
I played a lot. Yeah, I played a lot of shows in Australia.
And how old were you then?
Probably 23, 24.
Oh, my Lord.
And I signed with this agent called Sam Wald at WME.
Yeah.
And doing it fantastic. Yeah. He had an incredible roster of artists. So like, he'd be like doing my tour, then he's also like doing Calvin Harris's tour at the same time, and like this kind of stuff. And he would ring me and say things like, hey, do you want to like open for like Porter Robinson, like go on their tour? And I'm like, yes, obviously, let's go. So Sam was like an incredible guy and started getting me on all these shows. And then so this was all boiling up, and we had all the remixes popping off. I wrote this first original called Not to Worry, and Sony took it into Triple J, and it's like the make or break. Like, it was almost like an unspoken thing where it was like, if Triple J doesn't like it, then they literally just move on to the next project. Like, there is no plan B in the Australian music industry in the 2010s, which is crazy to think about. There's no plan B.
There's no distribution other than JJJ.
Yeah, literally. It's nuts. And they went in, and Richard Kingsmill, who was running the A&R at the station at the time, was like, we like this track. We think this is a cool project. We'll play the track. And then they played it a fuckload. Like, they played that song so many times, and every time, because Shazam was like really big at the time, the Shazam charts really mattered. It kept going out the viral chart and stuff, and I was like, fuck, this is like actually happening. And then they picked up like the next like 6 tracks in a row that I wrote, and they just kept rinsing them. And every time they would pick up a new track, there was like a premiere, and it would like, that would ripple onto Twitter, that would ripple onto Spotify, and it would all like spread.
What was going through your head at this time?
Yeah,
right?
you're making money. You're 23, 24 years old, traveling the world.
Every 23-year-old's guy's dream, right?
Yeah,
like,
I'm really grateful. It was as fun as it sounds.
Yeah.
And I mean, I got to like go to like a lot of the world's coolest festivals, meet really famous people. They're all really lovely. It's a friendly environment.
This is what I was saying. His Instagram is fucking way more curated.
Yeah, no wonder his DM was successful.
This man could DM anybody.
It was really fun. I mean, like some like crazy memories from that era. Like, as an example, so Skrillex and Diplo made a project called Jack You. And
of course,
I think
love that song. Isn't Justin Bieber on that too?
Yeah. And the very first show they ever did together as Jack U was at Home Nightclub in Sydney. And Dom and Sam rang me like 5 hours beforehand, and they were like, yo, like, this is happening tonight. No one knows, because it was booked as a Skrillex show. And they were like, it's meant to be a Skrillex gig, but he's going to bring out Diplo halfway through the show. And then they're going to be like, this is our new thing. And everyone's going to go fucking nuts. And do you want to go on stage immediately after them? Like, you're like the next act that comes on, like, you close out the club or whatever.
That's some pressure.
And I was like, you can't say no. I'm like, yeah, obviously. And so I remember we're back there, and Skrillex's manager is like this huge fucking guy. And Skrillex and Diplo put on their last track of the night, and it has like a 6-minute outro. And the manager turns to me and he goes, "You're up next." I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "You are not to touch that CDJ until all 6 minutes have like gone." And so they walk off stage, and then I'm just standing on stage and I'm watching. There's like 5.5 minutes left, and everyone in the crowd's looking at me, and I'm like, "Fuck!" And it's just this like really long, echoey outro from like a trap track that's all like moody and shit. I'm like, "Fuck, do I do it?" I just like stood there, and then I was like, "I better like hype the crowd or something." And I'm like, "Yeah, make some noise." It's like everyone's like cheering, but I was like, "Fuck!" That was the longest 6 minutes of my life. It was like traumatic.
So you just had to stall?
Just had to stall. Yeah.
So what did you say?
I think I was just like,
you pulled up the mic
Yeah.
to hype up the crowd?
Yeah, I was like, I have to do something.
the last move I would have made. Like, here's another track.
Yeah, out of all the things you could have done.
Like, not to disrespect, but like a DJ, I feel like I got 5 minutes.
But I could not press play. Like I had to let this track run out, right?
Yeah, they said.
He was
play
like,
the whole
you cannot pause this outro. Yeah. And so I had to just run the clock and like let it run out. But looking back, I think it would have been fine if I cut it after like 3 minutes. Like they would have fucking cared. But it's just rules. But
Diplo, I'm sure Diplo's never been late.
Yeah. Well, incredible night. And yeah, so like so many fond memories, and playing music festivals is super fun. Like,
do you still play?
No, I struggle to do anything half. And so when I decided to leave the music industry, I was like 100% out. Like I didn't want to I don't like having toes dipped in something. Like if I'm doing
good
it,
era to be in and out of too.
Yeah. And I look back so fondly because I did everything I wanted to do. I played all the festivals I wanted to play. I had songs on radio. I competed in this Triple J had a segment called Like a Version where you would go on and cover a song. I went on that and it became one of the most viewed ones in history. It has millions of plays online. Like a good portion of the Australian population watched this video in 2016. And I basically like done my bucket list, right? And I'm very happy that I left when I did because COVID started. Like I left the music industry in like 2018. COVID started like pretty quickly afterwards, and all of my friends in music had like a really hard time after that, where it was like they had to rebuild their fan bases from scratch because something a lot of people don't realize about the music industry. The ticketing market, the market of people who like actively goes to shows is usually very young and it's very select. It's like a demographic of people who are like actively out there doing it. And you need them to bring the next generation in. So like, let's say they're like 23, they're bringing their younger brothers and sisters in who are like 18. COVID comes in and pauses everything for like 2 years. And everyone who was selling a lot of tickets in the music industry almost went back to scratch because this flywheel had sort of ended of like user distribution. They were having to rebuild their fan bases from scratch. And it just sounded like the roughest time ever. So I got out at the right time for me, and now it's just fond memories. And I got out like while I was still having fun.
Do you still enjoy that music and do so in New York?
I love music so much. Yeah. I'm still deeply into it, not just like the seeing it.
Where are
your
spots here? Because we're struggling for that.
Yeah, where do you go?
Oh, I haven't been to much live music in general. But I'm still like deeply into like the industry. Like I love it. Like when friends play shows, like I want to go and like support and like.
I'm sure you get hit up and like, hey, backstage, we're going to Mirage or whatever.
It is nice. Like having friends in that. It's a good industry to like, and people would never expect it from a tech bro. Yeah, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I've got like a AAA to Coachella, and they're like, how? And I'm like, I got a couple of connections from my childhood.
Your co-founders, aren't they also? Did you meet them in the music industry?
No. Harry Dixon and Elliot Rampona grew up in Perth.
How did you guys meet? Just childhood friends?
Pretty much. We all grew up a few streets apart. Ella and Harry went to high school together at Christchurch, and I was at a school across the road called John 23rd, technically rival high schools. And we all kind of grew up together, and yeah, Harry was there for like Elliot's first kiss. Like we all go way back, and Ella and I did.
He was his first kiss.
Ella and I did classes together in school, and yeah, it was like all grew up a few streets apart. But everyone in Perth in those suburbs kind of know each other.
So when you do go out in New York, what does a night out look like?
I'm not a big night out. My friends have a lot of house parties and dinners, and like I've been to like fewer bars and clubs than I could like count on a hand. Like I feel
like this is a West Village lifestyle.
It's more dinner
dinners and houses. Yeah, brownstones and cool apartments, and like we just hang out. Like I don't remember the last time I like went like clubbing or something. Like it's not really.
Yeah, you got some nice dinners.
Very nice dinners. Yeah. A lot of great. I mean, we're spoiled for choice of restaurants here, right? It's insane.
But I feel like if you live in the West Village, I would go out Monday through Thursday in the West Village, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm going anywhere else.
It's still it's good all week round though.
I know, but just like it's just it gets so chaotic.
Yeah, Yeah, I don't know. It depends on where you are. But I hear what you're saying. I kind of like the chaos. Like, because I'm on my laptop so much during the week. I sort of want to leave the house on a Friday night. Like this weekend, went out Friday night with like, do you know these guys from LA? Like Nate Tepper, Max Gomez, Chris Josephs, like those guys. They're all startup founders who just moved here. We went out. Then I went and met up with my mate Katie at Uncommons. And then I went out with like Olivia at like a restaurant. Then we went to a bar. And like all of this was in like a 4-block radius. So we're never getting in an Uber.
Yeah.
It's
People are just
like,
texting, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. And like going out in New York is so fun because you can just like constantly run into people you know on every street corner, and then you just go to the next thing, and you're just out for like the whole weekend. I've barely been home this weekend. It's been so nice.
You don't make plans in New York; they just happen.
You just keep flowing. And there's like a few particles, and you see which one you're going to.
Particles.
It's funny though when people first move here, they try to like really regiment and book and get reservations, and then you just learn it's like college almost. You have to socialize in order to get in. And then all of a sudden, you just, like you said, you just check your phone and there's stuff going on.
When I first moved here, I was like, I wanted to just kind of bucket list check the like elite restaurants just to see what they're like. So like, you know, I went to like Carbone and Corner Store and Don Angie and stuff like that.
You like Carbone?
Yeah, it's good. Like you feel like an Italian mobster in there, which is kind of cool. The one I really
Ray's or what's
that's where I want to go to Rayo's.
We'll get you there.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get you there.
Because you need to know like a crime family, right?
Yeah. We have some crime families. We know some crime.
Sick. Yeah, because that's kind of like the pinnacle of like fascinating concept for a place.
I played for a famous Italian baseball coach.
Nice.
He was very affiliated.
Nice.
And we got some connects.
Love that.
Dude, you're putting this thing in my throat.
Hey, don't act like it's the first time.
Shut up. So going back to the restaurant scene in here in New York, because I want to hear some of your spots. Where were you this past weekend? Where'd you?
I'm a big Cafe Cluny fan.
Me too.
Love Cafe Cluny. I live
one of the best
right
brunches
next to it. And I'm spoiled on that street because within like a block, I've got Cafe Cluny, Dante Aperitivo, Don Angie, San Tropez,
Dante,
Bartolo, Do Not Disturb, Corner Bistro,
Correct.
all there on that block. And Labi as well.
Block.
Like they're like right in front of it. It's actually insane. And then Tartine's on the corner. But there's so many like that. I live on like the best intersection ever for restaurants, and so I've just gotten like so into it. And but the problem is my friend always says this. He's like, we live on like the best street in New York for restaurants, but it's also the worst street because you can't just like leave the house and walk in to any of these places. Like they're all full.
But you're a local, don't you get preference?
They know me enough now that they'll like dap me, but I can't walk into Cafe Cluny at like 7 p.m. on a Friday and be like, table for 5, please. They're like,
get out of here.
In 2.5 hours. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like Monday through Thursday.
Yeah, Monday through Thursday.
Like to be able to just like roll out of bed in a Cafe Cluny.
I go there for breakfast, and you can get in breakfast anytime. I can go there for breakfast all the time, and I do. It's like my go-to. Like when a friend's in town, I'm like, meet at Cafe Cluny, and I just roll downstairs.
Have you been to Steakhouse 86 yet?
No, what's that?
It's in the West Village. It just got written up in Bon Appetit, and we're very close with the chef. Shout out Chef Winston. Our buddy Swa, who's a tech pro as well, worked at Meta, is like semi-retired.
Nice.
Decided to try to be a prep chef there. He got fired within 2 days.
It was 2 weeks.
Give him a
little bit more credit.
But now we have a great connection, and they own the corner store as well, and Arash.
Nice.
But we'll hook you up there in the West Village. It's supposed to be one of the best steakhouses right there.
Thank you. I did go recently to the Ambassadors Club, and I thought that was like, dude, it's the coolest shit ever. Like, this restaurant, I mean, it's already huge. Like, you already can't get a fucking res. But I went to a browser-based dinner there a few weeks ago, and I didn't really, like, I just had the particle. I was like, I don't know what this place is. And I walk in, and I was immediately like, what is going on? This place is so sick. And I really want to go there for my birthday. But I'm ringing them up, and they're like, we have no tables until like October. Like,
wow.
What the hell?
It's the Indian population.
There's also a lack of good Indian restaurants in New York.
I feel like really,
this is like a
I feel like there are too many.
Yeah. No, there's a lack of like good ones in New York.
Maybe like really good. How many?
Ambassadors Club is here, and now Dishoom is opening here. That's going to be huge.
Like Sema is impossible to get into.
That's true. That's true.
But Golden Bass is supposed to be large. I love the Maka. I think the Maka is one of the best curries in New York City.
Yeah, I feel like if you're running an Indian restaurant in New York, you should be like giving some preference to the Indians.
What's the one we go to? Hydra. What's Ratisha's spot?
Hyderabadi.
Like that's the just
it's a great name.
It's in Murray Hill.
$14 plate,
really good.
Like, just good to go.
Yeah, it's just great like
just great beer.
Corner stop.
Love that.
By the way, we will have Swa, our semi-retired and now ex-prep chef friend, on the podcast next week with Cameron.
So he bought this piece of art that we're making fun of him for because he spent way too much money, doesn't really enjoy it, and now he's not communicating as well as he usually does.
He stopped sharing the photo. He never sent us a photo. I'm just like, Swa, send us a photo of the art.
Like, don't you think you should I think bullying your friends is okay when it's to help them grow.
I would agree with that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like to build character.
Yeah.
And the San Diego guys, I feel like that sometimes they just don't get that. It's just like, it's like
their childhood was too easy.
Yeah, it's just like, it's a little aggressive, dude.
Swat can dish it.
Swat can dish it.
Yeah,
That's why I'm shocked.
He does dish it. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like growing up here though, like my friends are really assholes and I love them. and you don't feel the same way too. When you go to college outside in New York and you start to like build relationships as a male, I think some people don't take it the right way. You do, which I appreciate.
Yeah. I think that's why we're friends.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, there's an authenticity to New York culture and personality that I find very refreshing.
Yeah,
like people will they will just tell you what they think, but it's good.
Yeah,
you actually know what they think.
They say like in LA you're very nice on the outside, but you're kind of like an asshole.
I hate
on the inside,
that. I think
right?
I hate superficial. Yeah. Like I don't like Southern hospitality. When people are like. When they do that, I just want to know how their day is going. Like if you're having a bad day, it's okay. I want to know and want to subsidize you.
Yeah.
If you're faking it, like.
Although, have you ever had a waiter come over and you're like, "How you doing?" And they're like, "Actually, not that good." And then you're like, well, "Fuck, now I gotta like hear about this guy's day."
Yeah,
well, it can backfire.
But if if you have bad energy, like if you don't want to talk to someone and they don't want to talk to you, then it's fine. But on the off chance that you do have some energy to talk to that person, then
Yeah.
Instead, you could just set someone off for no reason.
You don't watch sports?
I watch Premier League soccer.
Okay.
And the Champions League final was yesterday actually. Arsenal just missed out. It was very close. PSG took it home. I'm a Liverpool fan.
Rory, I have a deep question for you.
Hit me.
Okay. If you could redo life and you started from scratch today, would you do things differently?
No. I've had so much fun.
Yeah.
I would not. I'm very grateful for how life
what's your advice to people like listening to this, maybe that are younger, maybe they're in college, right? And they're starting life. Like what kind of advice would you give them?
Well, the two most important
kind of done
things,
everything.
First of all, do the thing. Do the thing. Like if you want to like everyone thinks that you need to like someone has to like give you permission, like build a startup or something. Like just fucking do it, man. Just literally just do it. Like there's no gate that needs to open. Just go and do it. That's number one. Number two is you have to be post cringe. It's so important. Like you have to like just be prepared to put your face out there. It's fine. No one's gonna like cyberbully you. No one fucking cares.
I mean, you will get cyberbullied. You will get cyberbullied. Either way, there's no way out of it. You will get cyberbullied. I will cyberbully them.
It doesn't matter. Like just get past the valley of cringe and just fucking do your thing. Like who cares? Like if you fail online at something, literally no one cares. No one cares. Just go again the next week. Launch again next week. Who cares? Like it's also like it's almost admirable. Like I have friends who like fail like 20 times in a row and then they have a huge hit and they make a ton of money. Like it's admirable. Like you watch it play out. So like just literally like stop caring, just do the thing, be post cringe, like go for it. If you want to do something, like go and do it. And there's no better way. Like doing things is so much better as a way to learn than learning about things. Like you can read all the textbooks in the world and then as soon as you go and like actually start a business, like you learn more in the first month than you would have like years studying it.
And also being like unapologetic with networking as well.
Yeah. Ask for what you want.
Ask for what you want, but also talk, but you have the right to be in any room.
I will say that's been a big difference. Like I feel like a lot of people are scared to ask for what they want. But if you make a slight joke out of it and you ask directly, you usually get it.
Well, but I also think that people don't think about networking the right way at all. Like networking is not like the worst thing you can possibly do is like put on a suit and go to like a networking event and shake hands and exchange LinkedIn or whatever. That is not networking. Networking is like moving to the right city, moving to the right part of the city, falling into the right friend group, and then just meeting everyone. And you meet them in like you're going skiing together kind of context, as opposed to like you're at something, shaking their hand, being like transactional. And then like 4 years later, like your friends are your network. And that's the reality of like, that's how you actually have to do it. And so like the best thing you can do for your life is move to a tier 1 city like while you're in that career grind.
So you've been in so many different industries, right? How is networking in the music industry compared to networking in tech?
That's a great question.
There was an answer that came to mind, but I don't want to say it on camera. I think like the music industry, there is a drug undertone, which was not a scene I fell into. Transparently, not a big drug guy. But there is a kind of a joke in the music industry. A lot of the biggest deals get done on drugs. And it's,
just like what kind of drugs are we talking about?
Like MDMA and stuff, right? So like if you're on MDMA, everything you hear sounds great. Sounds great. Everyone you meet, you're in love with. So I literally would see record deals get done by 2 parties, both of which are on Molly at an after party from a festival, and they're like, that DJ killed it, let's sign him to Warner Brothers, and the A&R is on drugs, the artist is on drugs, they're all like, this is sick, and they get a deal across the line. And like, that doesn't happen in tech as much. I feel like it's like maybe they're doing ayahuasca.
Have you been to Burning Man? You've been to Burning Man.
The
deals, it's definitely happening in tech. They're just on like shrooms or something else.
But I feel like tech is less like the music industry is more emotion driven, and tech is more financial driven. Like a lot of the biggest deals in music, I swear they're not even trying to make money; they're trying to be cool. And like because music industry like doesn't really make money outside of live shows. Like streaming, it's like it's cents on the dollar, right? And so it's more about emotion and looking cool, and that's what matters most in that industry. Looking cool in tech like barely matters. A lot of the most successful companies ever, like think about like DocuSign. Like those guys like print cash, and no one's like they're so fucking cool. And like, but in music you have to be like relevant and cool and trendy, and you have to be like constantly crushing social media and whatever.
Also, but cool takes on a different context in tech. Right, it's a different culture. If you're a Stanford guy in tech, that's cool, right? Like so I don't know. I think it's subjective to the industry. Sudjug recently took DJ classes.
Good job. Let's go.
And then he hired my girlfriend as a stylist. She went out and thrifted some clothes. She brought back some leather shorts.
Leather.
Sudjug he didn't have the cojones to wear them. But I think that would have been a great look.
I mean, there's so much ROI on being like well dressed in San Francisco. Because no one is. If you show up to the party and you actually like put some thought into your outfit,
but if you're going to raise capital and you're a founder and you're well dressed, I feel like that's a red flag.
But in terms of the type of well dressed. So like if you were pitching Sequoia and you wore a suit, they're like, what the fuck is this guy's deal? But if you're wearing like stuff that just like suits you and fits well and looks good, and you don't look like you've just rolled out of bed, and they're like, because the question they're asking is, could people work for this guy? Right, like that's one of the big things. It's not so much like you can be like a cracked basement genius as much as you want, but if you want to build a company at some point, you have to hire 20, 30, 50, 100 people. And like if you look like a slob, like it's going to be really hard.
Tell us about Checkmate.
We launched in 2022. The concept is very simple, and it's actually remained a very similar concept we've just like built out. But basically like IDFA blocking was rolling out at the time. Google was moving Gmail emails to the promotional tab, and it was becoming very hard. Like third-party cookies were being deprecated. It was becoming very hard for online stores to reach consumers. And we were like, well, a lot of people, especially women, they want to hear from brands that they love. We just need to open those doors back up. And so it started as the basic concept was like, just opt in to hearing from brands that you want to hear from. We're going to contact you at the right time. And the motto was right offer, right place, right time. And you think about like how poorly junk mail works. You get like a random catalog in the mail. You don't fucking care because you're not actively buying for that thing at that moment. Right. And like the odds of you going back and opening that junk mail later are like zero. You've already put it in the bin. But how well it works when you get an offer, like when you're at checkout and you're thinking about checking out somewhere else and you get an offer at that moment and it pushes you across the line and makes you convert. And so from there, we were just able to scale it out into like, let's not just do browser extensions, let's do SMS, let's do email, let's do push notifications. Like any way that we can reach people, we want to reach people and just take that to the extreme. And now we're reaching like millions of people per day. Like it's just like it has spread so much. We're partnered with so many online stores now that we can just like reach users en masse across.
What's the top of the funnel for that?
Jake. So you go on a website, you add something to the cart, and then you get an abandoned cart email, but you never gave them your email. Yeah, this guy.
We do that.
That's him.
Yeah. So we know who everyone is because once you're in the Checkmate network, there's about 200 million.
So that's your top of funnel.
Yeah. And so basically like the other way to think about it is we have built an ad network. We just built a consumer friendly ad network. And it works exactly the same way as like Google's AdSense or like Facebook's ads. It's exactly the same. We just know who everyone is when we serve content, but the content we're serving is very specifically e-com content, and it's at roughly like 200 million Americans.
So there's infinite applications for that, but where are you focused right now?
We're focused on e-com, but we are launching in other industries very soon. Like I finished the website 2 days ago, so we have a new brand that we're rolling out, which I can't announce yet, but like we can talk about on camera. But we're rolling it out to target digital health, iGaming, like these other industries that have enormous budgets, like credit cards and stuff like that, and branch out of pure e-com. So the craziest shit. I mean, we launched in late 2022 and we had all these big ideas for the launch. You know, it's like big startup launch. Let's go. We put the app online, 500 friends download it and like nothing happens. And we're like, right, we need to learn distribution. So, which like, that's like the game, you know? So we put this out and we're like, okay, we've just grinded and built this thing for so long. We closed the seed round. We closed about $5 million. let's like all just take a week off. It was basically like the week before Christmas in December. My co-founder was getting married. We were all flying home for the wedding. I was going to see my family in Australia. He was literally going on his honeymoon. And we were like, this will be our first week off in like a year and a half. We'll all come back on deck like week after Christmas and we'll figure out distribution. Let's blow this thing up. And so I fly to Fiji to go to a music festival called Your Paradise. And I'm like, this is going to be my first week off.
Backstage tickets.
I did, yeah. My friend Don Ferber was running the festival. And I'm like, this is going to be my first week off in ages. I'm so excited to close my laptop and not give a fuck. And I wake up the next morning and I have a text from my co-founder, Elliot, and he goes, I think there's something horribly wrong going on because we just had 10,000 signups in like an hour. And that's probably like, we're probably being spam attacked.
It's like a bot or something.
We're probably being bot attacked or something. And I'm like, fuck, I'm on my holiday. We got to like figure this bot shit out. So I open my laptop and Elliot and I going through the traffic. And we're like, well, hang on, this is strange because these are not bots. Like these are like actual email addresses, registered phone numbers in the US, nothing's getting flagged as bots. Like what is going on? And then that was like 10,000 in the first hour. And then it became like 10,000 every like 20 minutes. And then it became like 10,000 every 5 minutes. And we just watched like, I can send you guys the video, but I took a video at the time. We had this new users Slack channel. Every time a user signed up, it would post it there because it was happening so infrequently when we first launched it. Like every new user sign up, we'd be like, yes, we'd all put emojis on it and like figure out who they were.
Blew up your like Slack rate limits if there is one.
This thing, like it was crashing Slack's rate limit. Like it was just going and just like hundreds of users a second were coming in.
Yeah.
And we basically realized, so a whole bunch of stuff had popped up at once. We had a TikTok that we posted that suddenly shot to 16 million views basically overnight, just like went viral. That had spread to Reddit. All these Reddit super saving groups had picked us up. That had spread to these like underground mum saving groups on Discord that have hundreds of thousands of people in them that we knew existed, but we hadn't like tapped into. That spread from there to like Telegram. Suddenly we were just getting posted like absolutely everywhere. And then as soon as it starts going viral, you get another press wave from that. And we looked at the App Store charts. We were number 3 in the world overnight. Amazing. So it was like Instagram, ChatGPT.
What changed?
You don't have to spend money on marketing.
We didn't spend a cent. And we're watching this whole thing play out. And you would think that this was like a cause for celebration. I felt sick. We were freaking out because we were like, this is fucked. Like we were a team of 5. Like you can't be that chart ranking with a team of 5. It's too much ops. We refresh again. We're number 2. And then like an hour later, we refresh again. We were literally like the number 1 app on earth.
So what do you do? You have to just raise and
build.
Well,
so we were like grossly underprepared for this, but it's also like an incredible thing to happen. But we had something like 250,000 new users signed up in like a 2-hour period. And we're sitting there and we were the number 1 app on earth. And it was our week off. And my co-founder's on his honeymoon. I'm in Fiji. I'm in Fiji tethering on my phone because there's no internet at this music festival. Could barely do anything. And I'm like, this is a fucking disaster. So, and you'd think we'd be celebrating, but we were freaking out. We were free. Like being the number 1 app on earth when you're not ready for it is actually kind of freaky. We're getting like hundreds of people adding me on Instagram. Tons of randoms just emailing me being like, what's up, bro? You know, like you just get like so much attention when this happens. One of the things that we didn't know or plan for because it's so unlikely is if more than 100,000 people sign up with Google sign-on per day, Google turns you off. And so about an hour into this, our Google sign-on had just been switched off by Google because they assume that when you hit that rate limit, you're being attacked. And so they do it for your protection. And we had to get in touch with an engineer in Japan who runs Google sign-on. And so I texted all of our investors being like, I need someone at Google. And Nicole Wishoff, shout out, it's amazing investor.
She introduced me to Nicole.
She's great.
Yeah, she's great.
She rang me. She's like, I got a guy for you. I'm putting you through. And I get on the phone with this guy in Japan. And he's like, sorry, man, I thought you guys were getting spam attacks. Like he turns us back on. And so now we're getting the Google traffic as well. And then shortly later, we get an email from Google Ventures. And they're like, oh, whenever anyone crashes the Google sign-on, like we like to like connect and see what's going on.
Talk about high intense signals.
And because we'd been like, we'd been so in the weeds just trying to like maintain the fire of like true virality that we hadn't even like really checked our like investor email. And we open it up and it's like every single fund in Sand Hill Road is in our inbox. Every single one of them just being like, what's up? Like when are you guys in SF? Like come in. So Harry and I flew straight from Fiji to San Francisco, met with all of these funds, and Google Ventures ended up having a really good term sheet, and we love our partnership there, and we ended up doing the Series A with them, and then brought a bunch of celebrities in, and it was a fun round. It was a super fun round.
Yeah,
and,
tell us who else got in that round.
If you raise again, give us an allocation.
I'd love to.
I'll write a check.
Well, we ended up taking investment from the Chainsmokers through their fund Mantis. And it was funny because we had a few other celebrities on the cap table at this time, which I won't say their names because they weren't doing a very good job. And we like all of our investors are active. Like we text them a lot. They open lots of doors for us. Like they really like, we don't like harass them, but they're very helpful. Like they will help us with things. But our celebrity investors hadn't been doing that. They just kind of wrote the check and disappeared. And so we're talking to the Chainsmokers and we were kind of like, we're a bit burnt on celebrity investors. And they're like, we're not that. We're like investors who happen to be celebrities and we take this really seriously and we want to like. But anyway, so Alex Paul, who's a fantastic guy, first and foremost, like fantastic guy, rings my co-founder Harry and is basically like, we believe in this, like let's do this. So they end up coming on the cap table and then they have been so helpful. So an example, whenever we're trying to hire anyone, it's very hard to like go to a guy who's getting like 500K from Meta and be like, come and be a software engineer at this startup.
Yeah,
we'll pay you like 100, 200, like a lot less.
But like, let me get you to party with the Chainsmokers.
Well, even better, Alex will like record a video being like, hey, we love this startup. Like, come and work at this startup. My name's Alex. I'm from the Chainsmokers. You're probably wondering why you're getting this message or whatever. And he will text it to that candidate. It takes him like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then the candidate usually says yes, and we usually get them. And it's like a really, really good hiring hack that like only celebrity investors can do.
Yeah.
Like a tier one fund can't do that
easy.
for you.
Just get a check from the Chainsmokers.
I mean, I told you this before the podcast, but I was DMing with Alex over LinkedIn. Super nice guy. Super nice and accessible too.
Yeah. And they've done a really good job. Like Mantis is a fantastic fund and probably the best celebrity fund now. And it's definitely because they care.
That's awesome. Any athletes in that?
We have. We took money from Liquid 2, which is Joe Montana's fund.
Yeah.
But I know so little about football. Nate Montana's been great. Like that's his son. He's been fantastic. But I don't know enough to know what to talk to Joe Montana about. I don't know anything about football, so that one's kind of lost on me.
Did you play any sports growing up?
I played like soccer and rugby.
Like you grew up in Australia. You have to play sports.
Yeah. And I played Australian football until the age of like 16, 17. Australian football is awesome. It's like not really a sport out here. But yeah, I didn't play American football. We didn't really have that in Australia.
Have you been to Old Mates?
I have been to Old Mates. It's culturally accurate. I think.
I was out at Old Mates like a few months ago, right? Just random Wednesday, and the Prime Minister shows up.
What, Australia?
Yeah, it was like during the UN conference, and he shows up and he's like,
easy.
Yeah, and he goes on the mic and he's like, I haven't even been to the embassy, but they told me this was like where I need to go, so I'm here now.
That's so
funny. The guy's like, the bar guy's like, yep, you heard it here. This is the real Australian embassy.
Well, I'll tell you how you know it's authentically Australian, because when you look at the wall, they have a photo of the Democracy Manifest succulent Chinese meal guy, which is something that Americans don't know about. But you should look this guy up. He was arrested for being a serial dine and dasher in Australia. He was dine and dashing from succulent Chinese restaurants. And as they're arresting him, he makes this speech to the crowd because there's like news cameras there. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. What is my crime?
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Democracy Manifest.
And basically went super viral in Australia. All the Australians know this video. And you walk into Old Mates and on the right, they've got a photo of the Democracy Manifest guy. So that's how you know it's authentic. It's true to our culture. Yeah, it's incredible video. You got to look at it.
That's crazy.
Do you ever spend time in Brooklyn? What do you think of that EDM scene, DJ scene?
Not enough. I went to, my friend Mahalo is like pretty, Mahalo, my great mate. He's pretty deep in that world. He's always DJing out there, and we DJ'd a like Brooklyn rave warehouse party in 2024 together. Yep. But I haven't spent enough time out there. I meant to ask you about this. We were with Max Marchioni in LA like 2 years ago, maybe a year ago, at a beautiful house in the hills in Studio City, and you were going on a date, and you showed me the 4 options that you gave this girl for the date, and they were so funny, and I've been trying to remember what they were. It was like
I don't even remember this.
It was like Netflix and chill, but with a twist on it. There was something about driving in a Waymo. Like, do you remember this?
Oh, he ChatGPT that.
Dude, it was so fucking funny. You like read me the date options. It was like the funniest thing I'd ever seen.
But she sent it to me, or I sent it to her?
You sent it to her. Yeah,
ladies, you were
just like riffing. You were like, here's some date ideas. They were literally so funny. I wish I could remember.
Dude, this kid's love life is fucking absurd. It's just so funny.
Damn, don't worry, then cut that.
I mean, that's how our dinner party started. Let's be honest. I wanted to cook. My girlfriend wanted to network, and Sujak wanted to meet my girlfriend's friends.
Hell yeah.
And you showed up. I mean, it was a good showing.
I did. Yeah, it was a good night. It was a really good night.
I just met a bunch of dudes though. It didn't work.
We've been hosting our dinner parties pretty consistently. I think it's like you said, better than going out.
So Rory, 2 last questions for
Yes.
you, and then we'll call it a good day here. First of all, if you could go back in music and you could, you obviously pivoted out of music, right? What do you think, like, life, like, is everybody unhappy in music? Like, once they reach, 10, 20 years? Like, what do you feel like is, like, the...
I don't think everyone
there.
is unhappy, but I feel like the musicians who are happy, they have created a sustainable lifestyle.
Yeah, they're built for it.
They've built a sustainable lifestyle where I think like I look at Fisher and like he seems like a happy guy, and you look at his social media, it's like 50% his baby, like him hanging out with his kids and his wife, and like
But his family's all like that.
Yeah.
The whole family just has that energy, and it's not like let's get fucked up energy.
Yes.
It's just they literally have that. I want to dance.
He's found a way to be social and happy in the music industry, and I think that's beautiful. And I think a lot of people have not, and they're just like run ragged, and they're doing like 300 shows a year, and they're just like constantly on the road, and constantly lonely.
It's like going to like the conference circuit. It's exhausting. When I was going to conferences every week.
Also, just being in Las Vegas for 24 hours is like
I've been in Vegas so much at this point. I don't want to go back.
I know. Yeah. Two night rule. 2 night rule.
Yeah.
Like if any more than two nights, and like you got to get out of there.
All right. Last question for you, Rory. Who's the coolest person you know? We ask everybody this question.
We're
gonna try to reach out to them. But even if we can't,
I just had him on my podcast. But Sammy Kemkar.
Sammy
Kemkar.
Yeah.
Sammy, you know this?
He doesn't do podcasts. The first podcast he went on.
Yeah.
Right?
So Sammy Kemkar, when he was like 19, 20ish years old, he built the world's fastest spreading computer virus, and he was then arrested by the Secret Service.
Yeah.
He did 4 years suspended sentence. Then when he got out, he built a company, sold it for $400 million to Motorola. And he's a keynote speaker at DEF CON most years, and talks about like hacking and how he hacks into Google Maps and all sorts of stuff. Fascinating guy. I think him, who else? Vinay Haremeth is also fascinating. So he sold Loom for almost $1 billion and then walked away from his earnout to move to Hawaii and learn physics, and left $60 million on the table. And just fascinating human. Fascinating. A lot of like really interesting life philosophies. But
one thing I wanted to say, I think he has like his own like plaque in the Spy Museum here in New York.
That sounds right.
I'm pretty sure like I've read about him in the museum.
Sammy's like 40.
Okay.
Maybe late 30s. Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah.
The other one I'll plug, so Mary Holland Nader, doing really well right now. So she got a TV show on Hulu, but the way that her family got their TV show, they literally just like went up to Jimmy Kimmel's producer in a bar, and they were like, "We think we should have a TV show," and he was like, "Yeah." And it's just proof
that's
like,
that easy to get a TV
everything
show.
we were talking about. It's like ask for what you want, like like tell the world what you want, like go and get it. I don't know. There's a lot of interesting people. If I had to whittle it down, like those are 3 that come to top of mind. But there's so many interesting people out there.
Yeah,
so, it's great.
It's awesome. Well, Rory, thanks so much for being on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. I think this was
it.
a great time, great chat.
Yeah.
And
really nice to learn
honored to
more
be guest
about
number 1. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sweet.
We'll see you guys on the next one.